Cardinal team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4. On 1st and 10, Bradford. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks down against 6'5".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he gets for all the guys who helped him.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Out wide was the youngest player in the NFL in 2017, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he also had the longest reception in the league last season at 97 yards. Actually well-schooled in route running and able to run from both outside and moving inside to the slot position in order to make big plays.
On play action, they'll throw.
What?
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Still second
Hands
down.
got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for us to introduce you to the defensive starters for Arizona. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Call out a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Cardinals great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Just on my feet for 9.5 fucking hours. I'm gonna be on my feet for 9.5 hours.
Here on 1st down. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 17 carries, 67 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game. Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. It's caught.
Jones.
Oh my God, bro. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
What are you doing? I'm on it.
From the red zone now, Bradford. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you. He's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Playing with Steelers, getting frustrated because they keep giving up shit. She's like really bugging the fuck out of me.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Playing against the Cardinals.
First carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
No, they only up 7-9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And that is
man, come on with this bullshit, man.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the mad curse going off our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
9
looking to throw.
Man, what the fuck?
Incomplete.
And the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities.
Really,
but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
I'm going to be tired
and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
I get bored.
The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And some of these shorter gains turn into bigger ones later.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards.
At the other place I was at, since I was the only security guard there, and since our shelter was in the back, I was going in the back. And like take like an hour and a half nap while I'm on duty and shit.
Looking left side, and he's got him in.
Well, these niggas fuck
and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Danny, go ahead, go loud, bro. Them ball catches, so he getting me.
They go play action here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there at 22.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
His throw incomplete.
You going live, dude?
The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. They'll begin the drive with Collins. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
What the fuck?
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
You know what? I don't know. Danny, are you going live? Yes or no? I'm trying to ask him. I'm waiting on him to comment on my thing.
All right, now, look at 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it here. He may try and run for this. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, that is going to be taken
man, I
down.
swear to God, man, this fucking O-line. This shit pissing me the fuck off.
In there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now
fucking
on the
block.
year.
I should have got it.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. It'll be a
live.
pickup of 15 as that
No,
lead to
you're
third
live.
down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment
go
of
live.
truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
Just go loud.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you...
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Are you going live?
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Are you going live or not?
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
He said maybe later.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now let's look at David Johnson. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a handoff. Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
He's like, he's so fucking good, bro.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game plan.
Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
What did he? 2-2-2-2-2. What the fuck? What the fuck? You speaking in Morse code or some shit? Fucking C-U-T-U-T-U-T-U. What the fuck is that?
First carry for James Conner. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, Collins.
I hate running.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up.
I'm taking this nigga Alex Collins off the fucking field, bro. He sucks ass, bro. Like, for real. I forgot Tom Montgomery injured. Wow.
Before he was planted in the backfield.
What did you say your name? What?
To play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka from the left hash. It's a 42-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away.
Get up.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Bradford. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now a second down throw for Bradford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd and 1, here's Bradford. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. One final snap as they start out 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime here with a visiting. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
What the fuck?
You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
Bradford on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. From the gun, Bradford. And that is incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Flush to his right. And the ball is knocked out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. So out now come the Cardinals. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
15 yards through the air and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. And
he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing, Bradford. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that little bend but don't break approach, Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
He fell asleep.
A little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked.
That's in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they are going for it. It's Rudolph. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprise. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll get it up the middle. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play action, they'll throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just made...
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going deep for Brown, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there. The pass in.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No,
not at all.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Come on, man.
Almost intercepted. They
haven't
haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're
this is such bullshit, man.
Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This shit is fucking weird.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you. He told the
fucking get
him.
He
just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll power his way up near the 25. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and short yardage. Bradford. And able to find Kirk complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Caught right side. Gresham. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of his mind. The guys are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible.
Look at my fucking nerves, dude. I really irritating the fuck out of me, man. I swear to God, bro.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll look to throw, and it's in.
I'm done with this shit, man. For real. I'm fucking done with this shit. Shit pisses me the fuck off, yo. Fucking done with this shit, dog. I'm not playing this shit no more.